Welcome one, welcome all again to another episode of Tarheel by Dart. This time, a very special episode of Tarheel by Dart taking place from the old Palmetto State, South Carolina, and this time, Operation Over the Border, as our lovely Assamite has so put it, continues this evening as we join Mr. Saint with a number of allied individuals from North Carolina, as well as his Assamite clan and a number of the Hellcats, an allied biker group that he has recently came into contact with. We pick up the scene here in, like I said, here in Myrtle Beach. The image showing on the screen here is pretty much an example of what you guys have been seeing as you have arrived in Myrtle Beach. Primarily this one road right here running down the middle of Myrtle Beach, almost like the kind of reminds you of the Las Vegas or the Las Vegas Strip or the boardwalk in New Jersey. The whole place is pretty much littered with these densely littered with these high-rise hotels on both sides of the street, and in various places you see various nightclubs, different attractions. There's even there's a few Ripley's Believe It or Not attractions down on this road in different places. Very heavy biker presence in the area tonight, but those who have done any research on Myrtle Beach will know that that's not uncommon. You have seen no less than 15 arcade rooms that are littered on both sides of this strip, and Dakota and Bones, Mr. Saint, have met you. Basically, they pulled in behind you as you had stopped at your little crew here. And for the record, those traveling with you, yourself, Mr. Ashford, I'm assuming that we are all traveling by way of motorcycle. If not, please make that known. Mr. Saint, Mr. Ashford is traveling with you, as well as his gangrel bodyguard.
Well. Can't travel on motor vehicle, remember? Curse.
He's flying.
Right. I'm sorry, that's right. She can, however.
Yep.
She can travel in that way, however. Also, traveling in your little group here are the Dukes Levitoya, that's Duke Marquez and Duke Menashe. And however, David is traveling, just please make that known. Marquez has chosen to not travel by bike. He actually is traveling via an '87 hatchback Corvette. And as you guys stopped, basically, as the party came to a stop at one of the mini stoplights on this road here, as it had turned red, you saw the 5 individuals on bikes pull out in front of you as they were taking a right-hand turn. You were going to go straight, and you recognize the pattern on the back of their biker jackets as the Hellcats. As they take that right-hand turn, you notice that they slow down significantly as the light turns green for this party to travel forward. And I will pick up the scene from there.
Okay, you've asked how David was traveling. He's traveling by vintage Harley. But it seems to be keeping up with the rest.
Ooh.
In other words, one of those
also, just for
old classic bikes.
Alright, and just for my knowledge, Lucas, or do you have this, have your party using any kind of a cut for the group, any kind of specific identity on the biker jacket.
No, he wouldn't presume to wear the colors of the Hellcats.
All right.
He is he's in dark leathers though, and he's not driving on a Harley. He's driving on a crotch rocket.
And Elena, how are you traveling?
Oh, I'm flying with Ashford.
Right, so there are 3 individuals actually on ground, and oh yeah, tell me about it. So there are 3 individuals on ground, 2 in air. All right. Like I said, as that light turns green, a number of the Hellcats take that right-hand turn and pull out in front of us on the ground, and you see that they slow down significantly from the speed they should be traveling, as they and then our light turns green, and for movement purposes, Marquez is driving behind the 2 bikes in front of him.
Okay. Lucas will slow down and pull to a stop off to the side and see what the slowdown's all about.
Right. Marquez as well will pull off, flipping on the blinkers of the vet.
Just a side note, we'll use on the side chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. As the group sees that, or the Hellcats see that this group has slowed down, you see the lead bike. His hand goes down from the handlebar of the Harley, similar to the one that David is driving. His left hand falls down beside the bike, as you see 2 fingers go out as he picks up speed, with the rest of the Hellcats following behind.
Okay. Lucas will move with them.
All right. All right.
So wait.
Go ahead,
you said that Marquez pulled over and turned on his blinkers.
Yeah.
You stopped the car.
Yeah.
David will pull up beside him. Before they all take off. David will pull up beside Marquez, knock on the window.
The window rolls down, to which you can now clearly hear the blasting AC/DC. You could hear it before; it was just significantly muffled by the window. This time, it's clearly obvious he's playing Hell's Bells.
Okay. You heading out?
I'll roll on with you.
All right. If you want to ride, hop on.
You think I'm leaving this thing behind? I've already had one of my cars get fucked up, and it was by somebody in this party. You think I'm gonna leave another one behind and let somebody else fuck it up?
Good man. Just so you know, we're clear. We're golden.
Alright. Over you, boss.
Alright. He just starts the bike back up, and he actually looks up before he does and sees the two flying overhead, and he just looks where he's going and follows the bikers. He throws his hand up to say let's go, and then follows the bikers.
Alright. As the two parties converge together, Lucas, I'm going to assume that you are the lead driver on the North Carolina convoy. The Hellcats ahead of you, they may be about a block ahead of you, enough that you can see them, but it looks like they are purposefully maintaining a certain amount of distance, and they travel for maybe about 3 or 4 miles, and you see the group pulls over pulls off this little main drag right here into one of these high-rise hotels on this particular side of the drag. And by the way, this is the Atlantic Ocean on this side of the picture right here, in case you were curious. As they pull in, they just pull in there. They don't even take the bike. Don't even turn the bikes off as they do so.
All right, Lucas will pull in with them.
The rest of the party will pull in behind you. As Lucas pulls in, you see that the lead driver of the Hellcats removes his helmet, revealing himself to be the gentleman that you know as Dakota. The gentleman beside of him removes a similar helmet, the gentleman that you know to be Bones. And you see there are the 3 other individuals that were traveling with him. These 3 you have not met before. You see a pair of blonde-headed twins, both male, and parked her bike sitting just to the left of those 4 is a lady, also wearing the Hellcats cut. She bears if she's a day over 21 in physical age look, she's pushing 21. And like I said, she removes her helmet and similarly dressed to the rest of the little band here. All of them bearing different names on their cut. Dakota bearing Dakota over one side of the jacket. Prez on the other. Bones bears the Prez on his. The one of the twins bears has treasurer written across his. The other has SGT at arms. Lady with them does not have anything over the side of the jacket where a position tab would be. However, you do see on the just above where her position tab would be, you do see a couple of other symbols. One of them is a skull and crossbones. Beside of that one is a patch that just reads 1%. Her nameplate literally reads Deep Throat. The 2 twins read Garrot and Wetwork. And the rest of the guys, you guys have seen this too as you pull in behind Mr. Spain.
So Santa will get off his bike, but he won't take off his helmet. He will, however, reach behind and grab the 2 bags that are on his saddlebags and hand one to Dakota and one to Bones.
They nod, also exchanging a large backpack to you. And when I say large backpack, I'm talking about large, military rucksack style backpack.
I'll peek inside.
Inside are a couple of cases of those blood capsules like we were talking about. And you see that folded up in there is a Rand McNally style map, apparently of Myrtle Beach. And you can see as you're looking through, just fingering through it, you see that the map itself looks to have markings on the map. And the third and final thing in there is a set of keys.
Okay. I'll check out the keys.
They look like room keys, not like the hotel key card keys, actual physical keys. They look like they could be house keys of some type.
If Bones and Dakota look in the bag, they'll find a Uzi in there and a set of clips for the Uzi. And if they look at the bullets, they are white tipped.
All right. At which time you hear another bike, as well as Marquez's that familiar, unmistakable V8 engine of Marquez's vet pull into the same parking lot.
David and Astrid would have already received their kits before we left.
You also have noticed immediately upon taking his helmet off, Dakota immediately reached back into his saddlebag, and you saw he grabbed that one of those same Stetsons like he was wearing the first time you met him.
Also, when David pulls in, takes off his helmet, and he's wearing this mask. You don't know when he put it on, but it's there.
Alright. So I asked you to meet me here because there's been a few things that have developed since the last time we spoke. Turns out personnel is considerably larger than we thought it was. And when I say larger, I'm talking about better than 3 digits. Way better than 3 digits in personnel, and every one of them is ingrained into the con population.
Son of a bitch.
And here's the other thing. Now, I apologize for not mentioning this at the first time we met, but you have to understand political lines can tend to get blurred down here. Not only are they ingrained in the con population, some of our boys are out this way too. Some of our boys being analysts. And I'm sure you're probably well aware of the fact that sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between us and them.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what you
roll perception alertness.
Everyone?
Yes.
Let's see here.
And I need a... Actually, no. I'll just make it a... See what happens. Huh?
Ad-lib it and see what happens.
Yeah. Alright.
Not horrible. Not a horrible roll for me.
Not bad. Josh, what you got?
4 successes on mine, and I'm
Okay.
rolling Holly Dragon at this moment.
You know what? Psh, you all hear it. You hear from the masked gentleman all right, they are.
I only got 3. Both of them. Both
still
besides
heard
the
it.
6 pins.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You
everybody
still
heard it.
heard it.
Everybody
You all heard it. All right, they are. He's going over to check the map from his sources.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Saint. I didn't know exactly how many personnel you were going to be bringing. We can, if we need it, we've got more resources, but it'll put us behind a couple of hours. But I don't know what you had in mind, but some of my boys have been seeing some activity about 15, maybe 20 miles outside of town.
Okay, so essentially what you're saying is taking the city is not going to happen. Too many, too powerful.
Not yet.
Can we?
Even if we take it, probably. But the problem is going to be distinguishing Anarch from Sabbat.
If the Anarchs are in here working with the side by side with the Sabbat, he'd look over at the Dukes. I can't speak for the Camarilla, but in the eyes of the Assamites, if there's Anarchs in here working with the Sabbat, then they're no better than the Sabbat, and they should be treated as such.
No, you misunderstand. While that's probably true to a degree, they're hiding. These Sabbat personnel are hiding in with the Anarchs, and they're doing a damn fucking good job of it.
Do you have a way to distinguish them?
David pulls his
Not
mask.
yet.
David pulls his mask forward, so it's a little easier to hear. We have at least one that's on our side, and with the Sabs. I know him. Also, Will, are there any marks for locations that David knows that nobody else does? Or that any marks that aren't on the map that David knows?
Yeah, yes, there are 2 or 3.
Okay. He looks for a pin, or whatever they were using to mark it.
You also notice that Dakota, well, everyone catches this. Dakota seems to be purposefully avoiding speaking to David.
Question, Will. Does the map line up exactly with what the Assamites have told me, or are there a couple of other points that the Assamites know that they don't?
It lines up relatively well. You're seeing where it may be one or two streets off, but it's close enough.
But yeah, David's looking for whatever they use to mark the map. He's gonna put his X's.
Yeah, they've used everything highlighted and Sharpie. Looks like they've used pretty much whatever they could get their hands on at the moment.
Alright. So yeah, he just picks up whatever's handy and marks what he knows. Doesn't say a word, just marks what he knows and backs off.
Do we have anything that can throw them into disarray for a little bit? Something that can disrupt them, that we can gain some ground on them while they try to resettle themselves.
Yeah, actually we do. You see, he reaches into the pocket, or to the left breast pocket of his jacket. Unbuttoning it, he produces a small folded up piece of paper. and he hands it to you, and he explains. That went out in private channels among we kindred and kind, whatever your preferred choice of terminology is.
You'll open the folded up piece of paper and have a look at it.
It is an invitation, or an open invitation, to any operating path in the Myrtle Beach and surrounding area for a series of ritual games.
He'll read over it and hand it over to David. What do you think?
He'll look at it. He'll tap one
the
of them.
Address that it gives. Address that it gives is the exact address of Medieval Times dinner and tournament.
He just taps it, and you can see in his eyes the grin that's under the mask. He's just tapping it. Let's see how accurate they are, and he hands it back to Dakota.
Like I said, about 15 or 20 miles outside of town. We can make it there in a few minutes if you're down.
Looks good to me.
Alright, as you see, he's again replacing that Stetson with his helmet. But as just before he sets the helmet down, there is one thing you need to be aware of. While you're down here, you see his eyes look around the gathered kindred there. While you're down here, you know nothing Carolina. Come up with some other reason for being here. You're from fucking Florida for all I care. Miami, I don't know. But not Carolina. That'll give us away way too fast.
They won't see me.
Alright, those of you here, make me a perception alertness, please.
Rolling.
Walt, David would get a. Don't count on that. I know they probably have at least one milk. Oh,
let's see. Perception
No,
alertness.
wait, no, it's not a botch. It's just a failure. Never mind.
Oh my goodness! 4
I'm
successes.
gonna give me 9. I'm gonna do this honest. I'm
Oh,
gonna give
yeah.
you 9.
I'll get you, Walt, as soon as I'm done with Holly.
Yep, Josh hears it.
Yep. Rolling yours, babe. Hang on 1 minute. 3 successes.
Alright. She hears it.
Mr. David, you're up next. Okie dokie.
Not that I'm not always honest. Shifty eyes, shifty eyes.
Oh, man! Okay, essentially, you got 1 10, 1 6, 7 and a 9, but you got 2 1s there. So you got 2 successes.
Alright, you heard it.
Really?
So pretty much
Wow.
everybody but
Except for me.
under his breath, you hear Dakota speak under his breath. I'd rather had not seen you either.
Eh?
At that point, he just hears a low screech and overhead.
Oh, so Dakota said I'd rather not seen you either?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
David eyes him to see if he's the one he's talking about. Just looks at him.
It's obvious. It's obvious.
He didn't want me to be there?
Yes, it's obvious.
Okay.
Not really.
Like-
No, remember what we talked about? Remember what we talked about admin was?
Hang on.
The tension between the two. Okay. Out of game note, PCs don't know this. The the tension between the two characters because David thinks that David or Dakota thinks David stole something from him.
I know that in character. Dakota told Lucas that in character.
Lucas does. You're right. You're actually right.
Okay.
Lucas does because it was mentioned in the first meeting.
David will actually pull out a card and hand it to him. Call me. We'll talk.
He takes it nervously, but he takes it. As his crew mounts up, you hear the bikes fire up. As you see, Bones' hand comes up as he taps Dakota on the shoulder. Dakota looks over to him. Bones, the other hand, forms a thumbs up signal as he points to the back of his jacket, and he points over at you guys, where you see Dakota nods. Bones reaches into his saddlebags where he pulls out 3 Hellcats motorcycle jackets. As he motions for the three on ground to take them.
Lucas will take off his jacket and take one.
Likewise, and he's not putting his helmet back on. He's keeping the mask.
Yep. Same with Marquez, who had not even got out of the car. He just rolled the window down. All right. So you guys in the air, you heard the plan. So.
Lucas will look over at Marquez and hold up his the other jacket that he had on previously. He goes, "Would mind if I toss that in there?"
Yeah, put it in.
And he'll toss it in there. Well, he won't toss it. He'll place it in.
Yep. All right. So we find the party now. Either joined up to or prospected or something to akin to the Hellcats. As we time progress that 15 or 20 miles out to the location of said medieval times dinner and tournaments. As the party pulls in, the parking lot is completely empty. Odd for a Saturday night that the show is not operating this day. Odd, or by design. Yep, completely empty parking lot, except a single four-door, excuse me, that would be four-door anyway, a single black SUV with a white trailer attached to it. We're talking about one of the work trailers, kind of like you would carry a car back and forth to a car show through. It's actually a full enclosed trailer. No kind of symbols or any kind of distinguishing marks on either. And it is actually not in setting. It is not in an actual parking lot. It is pulled up to the building itself, which is an actual full-blown, designed in the shape of castle, with a number of pennants flapping in the wind, and it is pulled up onto a cobblestone-like walkway that heads up to the main door from the parking lot.
Running tags for later. Through Harry. Alright.
Somewhere in the distance, you're pretty sure you hear horses.
Horses?
Yeah. Somewhere close by. And the only light that you see out here is basically the lights in the parking lot. Basically those security lights up on those large poles. The lights of the building aren't even on. The whole place just has an air of ambush. It just doesn't feel quite right.
That's why exactly right now I'm gonna be rolling perception alertness to check for freaking traps. This place is too quiet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little differently on this one. I think I'm going perception awareness.
And nobody's paying attention to David. He's now gone.
Yeah, it's one success at least.
I got 3 successes on checking for anything suspicious. Basically, you just see my giant eagle ass swiveling in the air, just checking for sounds or anything.
Yeah, nothing immediately jumps out to either one of you, but you specifically, Josh, since you were able to see it from the back of the building, there's a door ajar on the back of the building. So you have figured out where the horse sounds were coming from. There is a stable on the grounds here.
So I'll gesture to Elena and kind of jerk my head towards the back of the building, and kind of go towards that swooping in that direction.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna follow Ashford. Keeping an eye out for anything interesting that might be happening.
Two of you swoop down inside. The first thing that immediately comes to your eye is a series of bleachers, almost like an arena of sorts that you see here. It's an open, very large dirt arena, almost like an elongated semicircle of sorts, almost like a coliseum, with one end of the room with a bit of a stage-like apparatus suspended above this open coliseum-like area. There are 3 chairs on this stage. Well, no, let's not call them chairs. Throne.
So just kind of swooping closer into this kind of arena area. Still in bird form, I'm just kind of scanning around because eagles have keener sight than people. Just kind of trying to notice any sort of movement or weirdness going about in the shadows.
As you start coming in deeper, there is movement going on out on the sand. There are people out there. you see a series of old school medieval weapon racks have been carried out and placed in almost like purposefully positioned onto the sand. In these racks are a series of short swords, long swords, two-handers, axes, several different types of shields, the works. And you see, and now you both see and have begun to hear the sounds of combat, of hand-to-hand dueling going on.
Stealthy bird, very stealthy bird. Du-du-du-du.
Meanwhile, in the parking lot, alright, this is Bones, Bones speaking. Alright. Let me see that. Let me see that invitation, Dakota, because I don't think you had anything about what we were supposed to do on it. It didn't, as he hands it to Bones.
3 successes on stealth roll.
Alright, you're fine. I guess are we supposed to just walk in the damn front door? I mean, that's. I've heard crazier. You hear the female voice say.
Yeah, I'm going to step back over to my bike and lift up the seat for the final compartment of the motorcycle and remove a number of the specialty sheathed blades.
Alright.
God, I love that they didn't put a time frame on how long that lasts.
There is no time. It's an ST phone. Well, gentlemen and madam, I guess we do walk right through the damn the front door. I've heard crazier. The least that can happen is we get shot up.
Alright. And Lucas will just head right for the front door.
As you get there, you notice pretty much the majority, all of the party ends up following you. As you see, Marquez has reached in behind the seat as before he exited his car. He's produced a leather-like briefcase. As he grabs it, he joins the party. And as you approach the front door, you can see that there is a piece of paper taped to the front door with an arrow pointing to your left.
I'm sorry, I missed part of that. Piece of paper on the door, something to your left.
With an arrow pointing to your left.
On the outside or on the inside?
Inside. It's a glass door.
Okay, then head left then, I guess.
Alright. As you get closer, you can make out what it is. You can make out writing on this paper that reads, "Invitations, please use other door."
Oh, we have an invitation, so use other door.
This half of the party begins to see a series of other doors that all same thing with that arrow pointing to the left. Until you find yourself standing in the back of the building where you see just a nondescript door is propped open.
I'll walk through.
Right. Same thing that our two avian friends here saw. Bleachers, some sort of a coliseum-like arena, if you will. Weapon racks out on the dirt. Various types of weapons of the medieval period. Shields. You actually see a number of people actually engaged in hand-to-hand sparring.
Moving into.
Sorry.
Yeah, basically just moving in slightly closer, just a little bit, just so I can hear the sounds of what's going on or any overheard conversation. Just a teensy hair.
Alright, this is for you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I told you no one would show, Julian. And I told you it's only 10 o'clock. The first gentleman shrugs. It is what it is, man, but I'm telling you, man, there's not enough people that will take it.
Important
This is
note,
the gentleman that
unless you just don't want it, you have 8 dice on stealth. 8 successes on stealth.
Ooh.
Wow.
You're not sure why, but nobody's there except for the ones that are talking.
Alrighty.
And I'm telling you, there's not enough packs in this city to warrant a whole damn night's worth of ritual games. You wait. You wait, oh high and mighty pack priest. Just you wait. They will come. Alright, man, but I'm telling you, it's not going to work.
It will. Nobody looking like Washington's around, is it?
No, they do not.
Okay. Lucas will find a comfortable spot against a post to lean and just watch for the moment. Assessing and watching.
They're not terrible at this whole sword and shield thing. You can tell they're not exactly professionally trained, but they could probably hold their own in a fight. At which time you hear the same one that they've identified as Julian yell out. Somebody go check the door! To which the gathered number there, which now that you've had time to look, looks to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or 10, between 10, 15, maybe 20. The majority of them turn and just shrug shoulders to Julia. Check the fucking door! I don't need to say it twice! Would you rather deal with King? As you see a couple of them leave the party and head back towards that same door that you guys entered through. Alright. Make your actions.
For the moment, Lucas will remain leaned against the post and watching.
Yeah, with the numbers dwindling down, Ashford's got things planned, but right now he's waiting and kind of giving Elena some gestures as to what they're gonna do because they've been in communication. I mean, she knows basically what he has planned.
couple of moments pass, and there's actually 3 of them that left the party to check the door. As they head back, you hear them basically yelling out to Julian as they're heading back in. Looks like the door's been moved. Could have been wind. No, Julian. This purposefully. It's like somebody moved it. See? See? Told you they would be here. Now just where the fuck are you, you fuck? Go find them. In the meantime, while my boys are looking for you, this is what we're proposing. 5 on 5 with those. As he points down towards those weapons that are in the weapons rack. Your choice. My 5. Your 5. Hit Medieval on each other's asses.
Who's he actually directly talking to?
No one, it seems. Seems like he's just more putting it out. Who's going to pick? Who's going to step? Who's going to step?
Yeah, it's like the bottle clinking warriors come out to play, man.
Hey, Will, may I bring in my option here right fast?
You wouldn't know about this, Joey.
This isn't Florian. I wasn't referring to Florian.
Ooh.
No, you missed. No, if no characters would know about this, except the ones that had known previously.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to know if I could bring in my thing right fast. But cool. I was just
Not yet. So what's it gonna be, guys?
Looks over at
Got all
Bones.
night.
Looks over at Bones and Dakota, kind of nods towards them. The arena.
David nodded as well.
Is there one that's close to the door all by its lonesome?
Meaning...
Is there a single person on their side close to the door?
No, they have all returned.
Okay, never mind.
Lucas will stand up and move towards the weapons rack.
Oh, there you are. It's about that time.
Is he revealing himself?
Mm-hmm.
Is he purposely revealing himself?
Yep.
Okay, never mind then.
Step down. Especially as you start heading towards the rack. About that time, you see a large spotlight all onto you. There you are.
Here I am.
I only see one. Where's your other 4?
Like, one of me isn't enough for you?
One of you isn't enough. I swear the packs around here have got fucking balls of steel. Five on 5 or nothing.
And when he says what one of me isn't enough, all the S's are elongated.
Good. Show your other 4 or this doesn't happen.
At this point, what you'll see is essentially Ashford dropping down in human form, landing in a 3-point stance, holding an axe behind his back with a black trench coat billowing out behind him.
Voice in head. Kill. me alone. Oh, and then the voice goes away.
Dakota and Bones at this point have both pulled the jackets that they were wearing off and have jumped down.
And then I'll just kind of give a bit of a whistling signal. And basically just wait.
David taps one of the guys that's on their side on the shoulder, but isn't there when they turn around.
Alright, gentlemen. Like I said, 5-on-5, these weapons, this arena. Keep it on the dirt. We fight to KO. No one leaves with wood in their heart, understood?
Lucas will just nod.
Kind of hard to leave when there's wood in your heart. Again, from out of nowhere.
Lucas will pick up a couple of axes, one for each hand, and test their hefts.
Yeah, they're nice. Now that you've had a chance to look at these, while you can tell that these are stage weapons, they are certainly real. Looks as though they've just had their edges dull, but they are certainly real weapons. At which point you see Dakota reaches, grabbing hold of one of the smaller shields. So this shield doesn't looks to be a absolute very, very tiny shield. A shield that doesn't even cover the entirety of the arm. A shield that only covers the fist. And in the other hand, he grabs a single-sided axe. And as he does so, he takes a mighty heft at one of the Sabbat members standing beside of him. And I will need 12 dice for Dakota, please.
Here, I'll get it for you.
Axe and buckler. Cool. Mm-hmm. That's Walt talking. Okay.
Looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, depending on if you have a specialty or not.
So that's going to be 5. Those 5 with an additional. Roll me 10 more for damage.
10?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ones do not subtract from damage, right?
Correct. All right.
Again, from out of the
Dakota's
blue.
axe.
As he's swinging, let me go ahead and say this. From out of the blue again. Alright, boys, remember, keep this clean. There are old people watching.
As Dakota's axe fails to strike its intended target, the Sabbatman that he was aiming for somehow managed in the chaos managed to reach over and grab a large round shield. And as he does, Dakota's axe cleaves it in half. As the axe falls, not so deep into the gentleman's shoulder, but deep enough that he feels it. All right, that's going to be 20, 18.
All right. What's the biggest, baddest looking, just scariest looking member of that SMAT group?
The one they kept calling Julian.
Is he one of the combatants?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to. He's going to bum rush him. He's.
Right, what you do?
Lucas is going to basically shoulder block his ass right into the ground. Not really for damage, but just to show strength. And, well, it's going to be for damage, but it's more of a show of I'm the man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dex plus Brawl.
That'll be a Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics. Okay.
Yep.
So 10 dice.
And you will have +1 difficulty of that.
Whoop.
I got a success.
All right. As you basically hit this bum rush on the guy, you basically end up, shoulder to shoulder with Julian as you kind of lightly bounce back, almost like two freight trains ran headlong into each other here.
Okay.
But you did knock him back a couple of inches.
Okay.
You did see he took a number of steps back, so you didn't knock him prone, but he failed it.
Yep. Should I be rolling damage or no?
Yes, that will be a strength +1.
2.
All right. He didn't like that, sir. He didn't like that very much at all.
All right.
All right. That was 18. 17 is Bones himself, who has grabbed a Morning Star. Excuse me, not a Morning Star, an actual mace off of the rack. And as he has took a diving leap towards that same gentleman that Dakota went after. That'll be 10 dice for him, please. If somebody could be nice enough to get that for me.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
no
It was
problem.
10 dice, you said?
10.
Ooh. Looks like 1 success.
Alright. That'll be 1 success. Plus an additional. Roll me 5, please.
2.
Alright. Both sets of the maze, both of the balls on the mace, one right behind the other, basically come. One smacks this guy in the face, followed by the other following it up directly behind him. All right, Miss Elena, if you are still with us.
Yeah, well, I Yeah, literally just flying around in the sky, not actually doing anything, just keeping an eye on the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That moves to 15, which will be Julian, who was not happy with this. He had, tried since someone just tried to tackle his ass. As you see, he telegraphs a punch to the side of Lucas's jaw. So I need a dex brawl of same thing. 10 dice, please.
Ooh, this is not going to be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if he has specialties, it's 10.
It does not have a special. Does not have a specialty, fortunately, and he is a strength 5. So that's going to be 6 plus 8 dice of damage heading your way, buddy.
So 13?
That's going to be 14.
14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 bashing. You do have the capability to soak this.
Yeah. So. I soak 2.
5 bashing in one shot. That looked
Isn't
painful
that
as
reduced
fuck.
in half? Isn't that reduced in half for undead?
Only
Yep.
against lethal. Only lethal. Bashing doesn't. Only lethal.
Okay.
Why would lethal reduce in half if bashing is the lesser damage?
Lethal reduces the bashing if delivered from a firearm. Is how I've always seen it rule.
Okay.
Right. 14 happens to be another one of the Sabat guys. Who is not happy with his buddy getting ganged up on. I need 8 dice, please, as he takes a running, actual full-blown drop kick at Dakota.
How many dice?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Ow.
5, 4.
So is it actually 4 on 5 right now?
Technically, yes. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because not actually technically it's 3 on 5 because Saint and Saint. Well, no,
Saint
excuse me, it is
Ashford,
4 on 5. Yeah, it's 3 on 5.
Saint Ashford and Bones and Dakota engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Ashford and Elena have not switched into human form yet.
Ashford.
Not that I've heard.
Ashford did. When he landed, he turned human.
Yeah, it's 4 on 5.
Okay.
It's 4
All right,
successes.
give me 6 soak, please. Give me 6 soak on that, please.
Sweet.
1.
Ow.
Ooh.
Kicked in the face as Dakota goes down to his back hard. We got a 13. We have an additional Sabat member on 13 who, seeing that Julian has been attacked, takes a running leap on Saint onto your back, or at least he makes the attempt. Alright, give me 5 dice, please, for that.
Two successes.
All right. That will be 7 dice damage coming your way, and again, you will be able to soak it, or if you would like.
Oh, jeez.
Now that if you would like, you can choose to forego soaking it and make an attempt to counter it, if you would like to.
Yes, actually, I will counter. I am going to attempt to just basically put him into Julian.
All right, it'll be a deck.
Lightning reflexes on this one.
It will apply.
Dex plus what? Sorry, athletics, I'm assuming?
Athletics.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 successes.
And he will have no defense against this, so congratulations. You have just pretty much hip-tossed him right into Julian. Julian also had no defense against this, because who could see, you know, a motherfucker throwing hitting you with another motherfucker.
Have you ever been so mad at somebody that you hit him with another motherfucker?
It will be your strength plus 2 in bashing damage against Julian.
Sorry, how much? What was the dice?
Your
strength plus 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points of damage.
Ow!
Whack! You actually get a chuckle from the air out of that one.
You hear as he throws 3 free words. Motherfucker, take this.
Alright.
Actually, curious question though. Sorry, Will.
Okay.
I got a combat question.
Okay.
Would not both of them take that damage?
Say again?
Wouldn't the person being thrown into and the person being thrown at take the damage because they are gliding?
Yes, they would. Yes, you are correct. Yes, they would. This time you actually did manage to knock Julian prone as you let go of your makeshift weapon as he collides with Julian and goes basically rolling head over heels into the side of the concrete barricade that blocks off the dirt arena from the grandstand. Well, what is your dex, Mr. Ashford?
That would be right now at a 2. I haven't buffed it.
Okay, so you're going to have 2 Sabbat members going before you. Unfortunately, they are charging at you, so you are able to see them. However, so you will get the option to make a defense against it if you would like.
Oh, yes, indeed, I would.
Will?
Alright. What? Yes.
Will, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. With no, do nothing. Hold on. 10, target of 6. Roll. 5 successes, could grab one of them, charging him, and slam him to the ground.
Alright, that'll be a success. So, yeah, the fucking air just grabbed one of them and just pretty much just rock bottomed the shit out of him.
If you smell
And this mask appears. Dressed in black leathers. Howdy!
David has joined the combat.
Essentially, I'm just waiting on this fool to try and charge me, buffing my strength while he's on his way trying to bum rush.
Okay, now you get a physical defense against the door.
Yep. Yeah, essentially, I'm just waiting on this guy to come crashing and probably going to turn him inside out when he does. You know, basically clothesline him with potence. But yes, that's essentially what I'm planning to do.
Okay, so you basically just want to try for the clothesline.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that'll be a dex roll.
Gotcha. And kaboot. And that's 2 successes.
All right, that'll be 2 plus strength plus 1.
Okay. Strength counting potence plus 1.
Yes.
Alright. Plus, that's 6. And we'll see. Woohoo! Oh boy. Woohoo! Nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to smash him in the face.
Oh! He doesn't like that, sir. He doesn't like that one bit. And also on 12, now that you've fucked up his action, you get another one on 12.
Alright. So essentially what I'm going to do now, since he's on the ground, I'm basically going to kneel over him and just haymaker rain into this guy's face with a big hit.
Alright.
Alright, and spending a blood for potent successes, and we'll see how this goes. Ooh, oh boy. That is 1, 2, 3 plus potent successes, so that's 5. Ooh, this guy's not having a good day.
Yeah, you can have like 3 to soak. You'd have more if you hadn't just, Hulk Hogan the shit out of him.
Oh. Follow up to the slam is foot on chest and yelling up, I suppose I'll have to be the 5th because our regularly scheduled program didn't happen. He's staring directly at Elena because he can see through it.
Alright, it's 3 to roll against that horrendous, horrendous ground and pound attack.
So, somebody got this dude soaked, or should I get it?
Oh. How many dice say again, Will?
3.
3 to soak? Alright. Roll. He soaked 1. He takes 2.
Yeah, he's in a bad way right now. And Dakota is prone, so he's going to have to spend his action to get up. David!
Oh crap, I forgot.
He just looks down at him with the mask still on. He could just see the fire in his eyes. Yield, and I make this quick.
Fuck you!
Alright. Let's see. That would be Dex Brawl to make it happen, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 8. Switch that number there. Does he have enough in it? No, he does not, so do nothing. Okay, roll. 3 to hit him. So, huh?
So,
Do what?
3 plus strength plus 1.
3 plus strength plus 1. Okay. Okay.
Coming from an elder, that wasn't the greatest strike in the world.
That's not where he's specialized.
Yeah.
3.
Even with Okay. Ian just made a great point. For those that are wearing the wearing the motorcycle jackets, you are considered to have level 1 armor from the leather. Just be aware of that, which gives you an additional +1 to your soak.
Does that stack with my Kevlar?
It does not. Your Kevlar is a better armor in this case.
Just making sure.
It just determines how far in it goes.
Yeah.
Speaking of you are next on the initiative, sir, Mr. Saint.
I'm going over to Julian, and as he's on the ground, I'm dropping the axe and grabbing him around the throat, and basically choke slamming him into the other guy.
Do it. Do it.
As we appear to be on the wrestling theme right now.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, and I'm spending a blood to heal. And a willpower, by the way.
Okay.
Willpower's to ignore wound penalties.
Oh. Did the guy soak the punch?
No. No, he did
To the
not.
face? Okay. Didn't even try or couldn't?
Couldn't.
Okay.
Well,
Couldn't.
dang. 1, 2,
Go
3,
down,
4,
turn.
5.
You now are aware of why he couldn't, because this is happening off turn for you. As you basically as your your fist returns back into the upright position, the gentleman's eyes roll to the back of his head.
David picks him up and disappears.
Yeah, I got 4 successes on choke slamming Julian into the other guy.
4 plus strength plus 1.
Oh. 3.
Good job there, Taker. You took Sam the fucker into a fucker.
Again, yay.
Julian was already prone, so he wouldn't have acted this round. Now he's not going to act next round either. Thanks.
My favorite melee weapon, other guy.
Other people.
So basically that's 3 more damage to both of them, right?
Yep, that is true. Alright, Dakota had to get up. Bones is on 17 as he has yet again swung a mighty heave of that mace. For 10 dice of attack, please.
Alright, let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not remember if he has specialty or not, but definitely 5.
He does not.
Too
So
bad.
that is 5. It is 5, 9, 10 dice. No damage.
Oof. One, 2, 3, 4.
And down goes another Sabatman. Again, eyes roll to the back of his head, and as Bones pulls back the mace, prepping for a second attack, you see a bit of the flesh from this guy's head. The side of this guy's head pulls away with the mace. Alright. 16 would be Alana.
Okay. essentially, since I'm standing in for her roles-wise, with it getting really late over there, and she's in her stealth mode right now, and it's kind of looking to be a straight-up bar fight, she's gonna hold to the plan that she's been discussing with Ashford and wait till things get really hairy to stage dive on some people in human state.
And looks like
Alright.
she's dropped. Whoops.
Yeah, I know. Harley's tired, so she had me standing roles-wise and everything.
Okay.
Well, she'll get XP for this month anyway because she's been a scene. So
Yeah,
good on her.
sorry about that, guys. She is
It's
basically...
okay. It's late for her.
About 2 in the morning over there. All right, 15 would be Julian, but someone has saw fit to turn it into a damn WrestleMania moment. 14 would be another Sabat member, but Bone saw fit to do him in. So 13 is one of the Sabat men who actually has to get up because Ashford decided to clothesline the fuck out of him. Ashford, he's gone. Sabatman's going to get 1 attack against you, Mr. Saint, or 6 dice.
1 attack against me for 6 dice.
Yep.
Three.
That's actually considerably better than I thought he would do. 3, 6, 7 dice, please, of damage against you, and you will have soak potential.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Alright.
And remember, your armor does add.
Yep. I soak a grand total of 6.
Yep, don't care.
Yeah, thank you, Skin of the Adder, for lowering my difficulty to soak to 5.
Have fun, Ashford.
Nice.
Okay. So, essentially, with this guy down and basically out, it being a straight-up fight and Ashford being the kind of guy he is, what I'm gonna do is roll my dex to hit this guy, and then put the actual force behind it and see how well that goes.
I'm gonna spin rage for an extra action. Oh shit, wrong game.
Alright. I got exactly 1 success to hit him.
One's good enough for government
Managed
work.
to connect.
Yep.
Next, 1 plus strength plus 1.
Alright. And gonna go ahead and spend the blood for potence again because this guy's having a bad day.
I think all of them have had bad days.
Alright.
Yeah, you get clotheslined by the air. That's a pretty bad day.
Alright.
When you start getting beat up by your own man being powered by...
Alright.
Yeah.
9, 4, 2, 10, 10. Okay. 9, 4, 2, 10, 10. So that is 1, 3, 5 plus potence, so that's 7. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he can't soak that much. Congratulations, you just knocked another one out.
Literally, there's a bit of a big wet squelch with this haymaker. Just like, eh. The ventral pulls back and his hand's a little bloody. This guy is not feeling good.
Dakota, at the top of the order. Same thing with now having switched weapons. And completely dropped the buckler and the other weapon he was carrying, has now decided to go to fist since everyone else seems to want to turn this into a bare knuckle brawl. Makes a beeline for one of the 2 still standing Sabat members. Before doing so, however, you see he actually drops to a 3-point stance. He takes a running charge at the guy and gives me 12 dice of attack, please.
Okie dokie. One, two, three, four. 4 successes, unless he has a specialty.
It'll be 11 dice of damage. Damn, Dakota.
Ew.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, there's another one out. So, David, if you want to get back in combat, it's on you.
There's one left. Did we minus the one that David picked up and carried off?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
The 2 remaining are Julian and 1 Sabat member.
Oh, let me take care of that.
Julian, however, is currently under that Sabat member, who has been turned into a human weapon.
Walt, can you please let me take care of these 2?
Wait, you're thinking that, right?
Yes.
You hear in your head, and he's not masking his voice. Your turn.
And you know what you get a visual of? There's a wrestling move where they stack 2 on top of their shoulders, and then they do a backflip.
You just hear.
So basically, what he's going to do is he's going to grab both Julian and the other guy by the hair, and basically attempt to stack them both on the top of his shoulder and on top of his shoulders and do a rolling thunder.
All right, go for it.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And-
7, 5
yes,
successes.
Ian and I just cooled that. Those
5.
who watch Critical Role will know it. 5
5
for the-
successes.
to make it happen.
So 11 dice
No,
of
I
damage.
don't even have any problem, but you're able to knock them out.
I just want to see what the hell the damage would be.
Yeah, well, you're able to you knock him out. Julian, not yet, because there's something I need to do for Julian.
4 damage to both of them.
Julian, as he falls from this stack of human carnage here, he speaks. Okay.
Does it come out okay, crunch?
You hear a crunch, but it doesn't seem like he's still speaking. I don't know who you are, but you're not from Myrtle Beach. There's no fucking way.
I'm from Mobile, Alabama, boy.
And tell me, what business does an Essamite, a biker, and a bird have in Myrtle Beach? And whatever the fuck that is, as he points over towards David.
How can he? He's not there.
Yep.
Yeah, but he knows
He's
where.
Or where he was. Yeah, okay.
I look up from my crouched position, and the bird lands on my shoulder. She's with me, thank you. Show some respect to a lady, please. Jeez.
He looks over at the blank air that Julian was pointing at. Dude, I must have hit you really hard. There ain't nobody there, boy.
As
Not even the
Julian's
physical
hand
person is there anymore, too. To make it even better.
Julian's hand falls to the side as he breathes his last breath, so to speak, as he falls unconscious.
How many more are there?
That's it.
I thought you said there was like 10 or 15 more in the...
That were fighting, that's it. There were 10 or 15 other ones standing there that they didn't fight, though.
I'm spending blood to heal, and he looks over at Astrid, gives that kind of smile, and David would know exactly what he's thinking.
Oh,
And
because
pictures
there's
of the
still
other...
people in the room, right?
Yep.
Let's see. I do have that. What am I thinking? Hang on. Perception, empathy. 7 dice. Okay. See what happens. Gonna do nothing, so roll. Tell me about the people in the room, aura-wise. Besides the ones we know. 6 successes.
Yeah, definitely kindred. Combination of not exactly fear, more of a respect.
Okay.
And 2 or 3 have black veins in their aura.
Oh, goody. Saint gets the visual that David is seeing of them. So he knows which ones are deabbed, or have deabbed, and also that they're all kindred.
If David is still looking in his mind, he is seeing Lucas from behind the reflective motorcycle helmet doing a tactical analysis.
Oh,
and
he's analyzing. Okay.
And
the other individuals begin literally backing away.
Spending blood.
Will, the door that those two checked goes thump, and there's nobody close enough to hear the next thing that happens.
Yeah, I'm spending blood.
Look, guys, look, we ain't asking for no trouble, man. And we were just here because of him. As one of them points over to the crumpled remains of Julian.
The man who speaks first.
Oh no.
Just a note that I'm using the blood for my celerity for extra actions, by the way.
Okay. Let's see. Hang on.
There's an axe flying at the one that just spoke.
Oh! I know what it is. Hang on. I need to look something up.
That's a lot of successes. Yeah, there's a 6 success flying axe flying at the guy that spoke.
Landing directly in the gentleman's chest.
What's the
As he looks down before he falls back up at you. I got kids, man. As he falls backwards.
Will?
Yeah.
The voice returns. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee.
David gets a message in the mind. Should I have waited for you to finish that before I threw that? That's
the voice that you hear. The same voice just chuckles after you said after you send that.
Are we going into initiative again?
All right.
He's just giving them the option.
You do see the one that you just hefted that axe at, as his body hits the floor. It seems to bounce just slightly, and as it does, you see some kind of a pendant of some sort falls from around his neck out to the just out of his neckline, where you're able to see that he was wearing it. A pendant that, upon closer examination, looks to be an ankh in the upside down position.
Everybody on our side just hears the words, "Get him."
Okay. So, with that in mind, and given the fact
you pretty much, apparently the other people heard you too, as they all but offer the guy up to you. Look, man, and this has come from several different ones gathered. Look, I didn't ask for any of this, man. I woke up one night covered in dirt, and for some reason, that dude over there was with me, as you see the guy nods. And look, I just went out for drinks. Me and this really smoking hot British lady, whatever happened to her, I really want to know, but we just went out for drinks one night, man, and like the next thing I remember, I'm crawling through dirt and this like vampire shit. And I don't know what happened, man. Like, I don't want any trouble.
Well,
I just need to go home, man.
The eyes are still active. Is he lying? Are any of them lying when they're saying that? Stuff like
they
that.
are 100%. They are 100% telling the truth.
So they don't like this any more than anybody else does. Okay.
Okay. So essentially, hearing
Join us to learn a better way.
I can't just go home. Look, man, like I said, I don't want nothing to do with any of this, man.
Hand on shoulder.
I swear to God, I will never tell another living soul.
You will never be able... Now, okay, at this point, the form reappears. And he just takes off the mask. It's the nice face. He takes off the mask and hangs it on his belt.
Hold on. David has a nice face? What?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I'm kidding.
Hang on. Let me do this properly and switch over.
It's there. Yeah, it's there. You just don't see it a lot.
There. There's better things than the Sabbat, my dear boy. They would have your village.
Wait a minute. Are you those camel dudes that he was talking about?
Did he just call us camel dudes?
Who was that to? Was that to D?
Yes.
Like,
He
just looks at you and goes,
Ashford is a career liar, so he's just gonna look at the bird and shrug, kind of commiserating, because, yeah, once he's told to lie about something, he's gonna lie. He's got a cover in place and everything. He was not here. For all they know,
Hey, but what he leans in and says, If you go back far enough, neither the Sabbat nor the Camarilla exist.
And
Look, man.
You
Look.
will
I
never
just want to go
see
home, man.
the sun.
I didn't ask for any of this vampire mind fuckery bullshit, man. I just please, just leave me alone. I promise I won't be in any trouble.
Let me give you a hint. Don't wake up during the day,
What?
Oh,
since you're new.
Will.
Yeah.
Important piece of information for those who might be paying attention. Lucas has just pulled out a small cloth set of vials and are going amongst the vampires that fought in the arena. If you pay very close attention to what he's doing, he's taking precisely 10% of their blood into vials.
So
Yeah.
he's got pint jars essentially.
Yeah. So essentially, what Ashford's going to do then?
This is important, and only Lucas sees this. When you get to Julian, as you pick up his arm to take the blood, you see he has a tattoo of a hand of playing cards, an ace of spades, an ace of hearts, an 8 of diamonds, an 8 of hearts, and an 8 of clubs.
Oh. David gets a flash in Lucas's
Of what?
mind.
Of what he's seeing?
No, something different.
Okay.
The surface thoughts are basically flashes of the picture of the imposter prince and the real prince, and then Julian and what looks like Lucas with a question mark over his face.
Essentially, well, I got an out-of-date question to ask you real quick. Is it manipulation subterfuge or wit subterfuge? They both add up to the same dice pool. I just wanted to clarify.
For what specifically for?
Just basically lying.
Do you have a specialty in either one?
I have a specialty in subterfuge. I've got that wonderful conjuration of facts ability.
The Nif is probably better here.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
And then the thought gets waved off.
Uh-huh. You just get a join us. Join ones who would see you as against those who would see you as mere cannon fodder. You'll have a place in society.
I gotta lie. Yeah, I got to, don't I? You see, this is all coming from a variety of different people in the group.
Yep.
So some of them are conspicuously quiet.
Yep. My eyes, I've officially triggered Eyes of the Beast, so Ashford's normally ice blue eyes are looking conspicuously electric and very scary right at the moment. So he can see in the shadows and see what those dudes are doing.
Are they the ones that had the veins? Will?
No, they are not. They are not.
Are any of them reaching for weapons or anything in particular?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Essentially what I'm doing is giving them the hell of a Fright Night stare at them with this creepy, radioactive, blue-eyed stare. You know, because I...
Let's see, I forgot that that he took off the mask. Yeah. They're getting a stare from David too. And what of you? Talking to the ones who aren't talking.
We have our place.
Ashford is literally going to pick up the guy that he is not unconscious. I would caution you not to get itchy trigger fingers.
Trigger finger. Why would I get itchy trigger finger? I don't want itchy trigger finger. You know, I think you're a good guy. You know, why would I do something like that? I mean, especially after you just beat us soundly for for a good like 5 minutes there. It's just, he's talking out of his ass. He's say anything you think of to keep you from whooping the shit, beating the hell out of him again.
Hey, the one he's closest to, that genuinely seems like he does not want to fight. He'll just put a hand on his shoulder and gently push him down to his knees and walk toward the ones that seem, like they don't want to cooperate. Oh, he's being nice to this one because he doesn't want to fight. And he starts scratching at his wrist. And those who know David knows what he's getting access to.
Yeah.
Sally.
Before getting towards them, they speak. Before you say it, your ivory tower will last just as long as your so-called ivory tower will last just as long as these gutter-munching Sabat will.
Okay. Looking in the direction of this fellow, and I'm gonna do something very nasty to his brain.
There's a problem with that.
Okay.
1 second. First, I'm a distance away, so I'm gonna check to see if I actually hear that.
Okay.
Oh, Will. Are the others that didn't fight following suit of the first one that was urged?
Oh, the majority have kind of got the hint, except these 4.
4.
Yeah. Going to use my movement action to draw my Uzi, and my regular action to put a phosphorus round right into the center of the big mouth's head. As I said, any anarchs acting with Inkelhertz with the Sabat were going to be treated like a Sabat.
Like they were Sabat, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see here. This is a called shot, obviously, so I'm spending a willpower. And I'm spending a blood as well to up my dex, so that's 6.
12, perfect roll, double.
11 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. Yeah,
Alright.
that's a phosphorus round. So that's 5.
To Big
dice.
Mouth. Okay.
Yeah. So I believe the Uzi is a 5 dice weapon.
Ow.
Almost sure it is.
So that's 10 damage dice.
Ooh.
2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Four.
that's 4 egg right to the head.
Bang! Yep. He falls to his back.
Any other smart
As the
mouths?
report rings. Yep. And as the report rings out around the arena, those gathered see a blur disappear from where Dakota was standing and reappear directly in front of the Assamite. What did you just do?
Like I said, Anarchs acting like Sabat get treated like Sabat.
The fact that you went to
Ashford
bat
is
for us.
right
The
now.
fact that you went to bat for us is the only thing keeping your head on your shoulders. No. Remember that.
Don't pretend to threaten me.
Well, it's not a threat. Did you see he walks steps away? And I need to take a break for just a second as my aunt has came home. But that is all we needed to cover in the scene anyway. So.
Oh, just so you know, Will, you know what usually precedes the blood tithe taking, right? Or Walt. For an Assamite, you know what usually precedes the what happens after the blood tithe is taken, right?
I'm not as up on Assamite lore. Oh.
Usually, yeah, the Assamites are a Diableristic clan.
How does David handle this?
He's distracted.
Yeah. This could get nasty.
Well, he is walking toward the smart mouths.
Technically, 2 things. First, he's distracted. Second, does he really care that much about a Sabat to make a noise about it?
He doesn't. If he doesn't see it, unless you give him a reason, you could have just killed them, and they went poof.
Yeah. He's going after Julian.
I'll let Will handle it when he.
I'll make the roll, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's a
That's
decent
a 5,
roll.
It's a 5 successor.
That's a decent roll. He says, underplaying what he's seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Depending on that's your willpower, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We'll see what his was and have him roll when he gets back.
Talk to you right now.
What did he say?
I think he was talking to his aunt. Will?
I don't.
I guess he is still away. Anyway. So,
Yeah, he went
Ladies
after
and gentlemen watching, if anybody's watching, this is the kind of fun we get into.
This is what happens when you anger a Assamite that has, you know.
All right, what did I miss?
Yeah.
The Assamite
He's doing the second part to the blood tithe while David's
Remind me.
distracted.
Remind me.
He's an Assamite.
He's going
Blood tithe has been
after
taken.
Julian.
Good job, buddy. Way to D-up somebody way under Jen for the second time this week.
Well, I heard the words, what, Archbishop, or the friggin',
You heard the word priest and went,
yeah.
ooh.
Yep.
Yeah. Way to
Priest
D-up a
usually-
13th Jen, buddy.
a second time. It's two of them in a row. Oh well. Oh, that's a 5 success Diablo roll.
5?
Yeah, you got him. Yeah, you got him. Way to pick up the vicissitude again.
I believe with a 5 roll. Does that mean I get the second dot now, or just the first?
Double check our rolls on it real quick.
5 successes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the top of the.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That turns
Because
it
what,
into-
he didn't get any, or is he unable to resist?
Well, he's able to resist. He's willpower 6.
Oh. Then we don't know how many total successes he got.
Oh.
Oh, where is it? Diab.
You got 3 successes then. But I still won. So does that mean it goes off mine or the difference between?
Difference, I think.
It gives off the difference.
Oh, okay.
Oh! Ha! So that's 3?
Yeah.
Because in other words, 3 plus 3 on your side? Nothing special. He's just done.
So I don't get anything. Damn it.
He's just... he just shrivels up, turns to dust.
You ended him. You ended him.
Yeah. All it says is fully consumed soul.
Alright, well, he'll take the risk and hit another one. The second one that attacked him.
Also, your path goes... Bink!
Yep.
Is that a humanity roll, or... Okay, 1's an automatic loss.
Yeah, and another to not drop again.
Yeah, 3 6. I'll spend a willpower on the. Yeah, I'm good. 2 successes.
One on it?
I got 2
Yeah.
successes. I said I spent a willpower.
Oh, 2.
He really didn't want to drop it. He spent a willpower. He really, really didn't want to drop it.
Should we go with the custom on that? Because it still means he loses one. Or are we just saying he's fine?
I'll give.
Huh?
I'll give it to him. We'll see.
Okay,
We'll give it
you're
to him.
fine.
He's fine.
You feel horrible. And
Okay.
hang on, guys.
I'm hitting the second one though.
All right.
Okay.
2 successes. Shit.
That will be against this guy's willpower 4.
Two successes versus 1 success.
Hang on. So you're at +1 success. Hang on, guys. Give me just a second. Yeah. Now, I do know one success doesn't give you anything, but again, these are all high gen individuals here.
Okay.
So, keep in mind, Ashford is just pulling an Odin right now, sitting on one of the thrones with a raven perched on his shoulder, watching his friend doing this despicable diablerie nonsense. At this particular moment, anyway.
It's part of the monasmy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I don't think anybody's going to cry over some Sabat members going poof.
No, I'm not crying over that. I'm just saying, if I do something sneaky, I'm going to do something sneaky.
As you are cleaning up the mess here, so to speak, Bones has basically pulled you to the side. This is Saint. He's pulled to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Who,
Dakota,
Ashford or me?
You. Dakota just flipped out because you just ate the vice president of the Aces and Eights.
Mm-hmm.
He freaked out when I shot the. He freaked out when I shot the other guy, and that was before I ate him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know that. Bones knows that.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Bones pulling Saint to the side and telling him that he just he just ate the vice president of the Aces and Eights.
Okay. Alright.
Gonna roll to see if I can hear this little altercation, by the way.
He just looks at him and goes, okay, guys are your enemies. Mine enemies too.
Yeah. But the problem is, he could have led us the king.
Dude. Okay. 10, 5, 9, 8, 9. So I got 4 successes to hear what's going on.
Yeah, you're picking it up.
Okay. Slowly getting off of the throne. Just edging closer to this little altercation going on.
Points at the array of others that are still. There's still 3 of the combatants and the whole array of people, -1 in the bleachers.
Don't any of you move while I handle this. Rolling manipulation and leadership here.
You would rather a warg than the vice president of the damn club?
That would have been a good information to know when we entered this place. First.
I didn't know it.
If you didn't know it, how the fuck was I supposed to know it?
Because they told you.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Rolling manipulation leadership.
Them say. I distinctly remember hearing one of them say, and I quote, I woke up and I was crawling out of dirt. What does that tell you?
Points at the ones in the bleachers that some of them, except for the ones that have diablerie lines already, are shovelheads.
Which means they probably don't know anything.
Points to the ones that have the diablerie lines, as it was pointed out by David. They, however, are older. And then points at the other 3 that are still on the ground.
Look,
They have
all I'm
fighting.
saying,
They've been
yeah,
trained.
but watch yourself. Think next time. Did you see he just pats you on the shoulder as he steps back over to where Dakota is?
By the way, Divvy briefly stops scratching at his stops fidgeting with his sleeve, puts his hand up to his ear. Keeps he down.
All right. Short of the cleanup, that's pretty much all you get here in Myrtle Beach tonight.
I have a way to help David question them if he's willing to work in tandem.
Yeah, essentially, I've got a few things I still want to do. But
Okay, cool.
If David's going to question him, go through their mind, Lucas is going to lock them in with his gaze with Eyes of the Serpent.
Well done.
So, he will coordinate with mentally with Saint and focus on the 3 with lines and just pick one and coordinate with Saint to lock him down if necessary.
alright.
Unfortunately, the 4th one with lines would require literally picking through the brain. Physically.
Yeah.
While this is going on, you hear what sounds like a bike fire up outside. And you hear it sound like it's approaching that door that you came through.
Alright.
As it does so, you hear the door fly open.
So he unlocked it.
Turn back to look. Oh no, you'll see why. As you turn back towards the door, you see a silhouette has busted through said door on a motorcycle. As it does so, it literally drives down the bleachers and stops just short of, right at the edge of the concrete barrier that separates the arena and the grandstands. And you have now noticed that Marquez has just drove a motorcycle into this arena. As he dismounts, he speaks. Well, I do think I found some blackmail material.
Where?
He points back to the bike, specifically to the gas tank.
Okay.
On which you see stenciled onto the gas tank is a crown that is sitting on top of that same poker hand that you saw that Saint saw on Julian's arm.
Club president?
But David looks over. And whose might that be?
The king. Washington's.
Oh.
Hold on.
Nice job, Mark.
Lucas will walk over to the bike and look for a VIN number.
It has been where it should be, has been scrubbed away.
Let's see here. How many VIN
Bike
numbers
tags?
does the average motorcycle have?
Bike tags, because it might come up with something. If it has a tag, it should, because
What's this
all
tag?
legal bikes have one. Huh?
It's tagged. It has tags.
Okay. Pulling it up on phone, routing it through Harry's security. Who's it registered to?
It's registered to a gentleman by the name of Samuel Thurston Josiah.
Switching to Hebrew. If anybody knows Hebrew and is a kid, cover your ears because it is foul what is coming out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the dashboard VIN tag that was scrubbed clean, Will?
Yeah.
He's going to look for the frame VIN number.
Essentially, things I need to know. With the V cursing in Yiddish, which I don't understand. I just
Well,
understand.
Hebrew. Hebrew, Yiddish, any combination of those.
Italian, Swahili.
Any combination of languages he knows, just
Inuit even.
he says, and he just goes, fixing that. All right.
Is the frame VIN tag still there?
Yes, that one is still there.
You'll read the frame VIN number off to the to David. They always forget
Okay.
about this fucking VIN tag.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the VIN has history, so everybody it was registered to.
Mm-hmm.
Has 4 owners. If you're doing if you're pulling it up,
Yes.
there are 4 owners listed on the title. Most recent owner being, Samuel T. Josiah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one
Okay.
before that, though?
Yeah. What? Any interesting ones before him?
No names that you recognize.
Okay, just keeping a note on them and putting it to the family to look these people up just in case.
Just look up that totally unknown Samuel Josiah one. We have no idea who he is.
No, I'm meaning looking up the past 3, the other 3.
That was a
Yeah.
joke. That was a joke, Walter.
Was it really? Or are you just that clueless?
Okay.
Dum-dum.
Anyway,
So what else you got in mind?
Yeah, quick question. Is Marquez wearing sunglasses or anything of that kind?
No, he's not.
Uh-huh.
Will.
so anyway, getting information from the 3 with DM marks out of their very brains.
Yeah.
We could do that off camera if necessary.
Yeah, yeah. There's enough of it that actually I need something that's an admin thing I need to get run by you. But to answer your question, Josh, no, he is not wearing any kind of eye covering.
Okay. Good to know.
Well, the motorcycle that was brought in, does it appear to be all one proper piece, or does it seem to be a harvest of a couple different motorcycles?
No, it's a single assembly.
Okay, so matching numbers.
Yeah, everything matches.
Awesome. There's a little known thing that people don't realize. He's going to collect the matching numbers, all the serial numbers on all the pieces.
Yes.
If it's a matching number bike, it makes it a special bike. Especially if it's an older Harley.
All from
Most of
one.
them are replaced parts or such. So if it's all one construction, it's a special case, which means the matching serial number could be important.
Yep.
Yeah, because you don't find them like that. Meaning you don't find them like that much.
All from one factory, which is very, very rare.
And he'll read that serial number out to Dewey.
All right, taking note, and we'll figure that out off camera, where they're actually from. Also, taking a picture of the bike and sending it to the big guy to see if I get a reaction of, that's where it went.
How come you didn't tell us that you had such a nice bike, Sam?
But yeah, if he doesn't come back with a that's where it went, giving him an explanation of why it was sent. And hopefully his boy is there to pick up and go, oh.
I'm guessing that
get a text back saying, this should matter to me. Why?
Okay. All right. So yeah, he'll just give him the short and sweet of the information of what he found, and then just tell him we're handling it.
Yeah. To which Sam replies with, "It might have been the works of that former of that thing that imposter did."
Yeah.
I'm guessing that this is probably this scene's probably going to end with the Diablo-lined ones that are being troublesome being put down, and the shovelheads possibly being taken with us.
Correct.
Preferably while David's distracted, does the first part happen? All right.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
First foray into
dark foray into public displays of infant violence. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. More to come very soon.